Hi, you guys. My name is Andrew, and before I jump into the content that I want to talk about with you guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about me and why I do what I do. Um, so I am a U.S. Marine veteran. I got out of the Marine Corps in 2020, and it was right in the middle of all the COVID craziness. And one thing that I observed was that small businesses were really hurting as a result of lockdowns and all the other craziness that was going on. So that wasn't something that sat well with me because I believe that small businesses are the backbone of America. And so I started this company, Sovereign SEO, with the objective in mind to help small businesses grow, connect to their customers so that you guys can help more people and achieve the growth that you're looking for. So with that in mind, I want to give you guys some tips on how you can expand out in your online presence a little bit tonight. So first of all, I wanted to give some context on why that's important. This is a tool called Ahrefs. It allows me to go in and see how many people are searching for what. And I know you guys do solar and roofing. For the sake of demonstration, I'm just looking at roofing keywords right now. There'd be a whole different set of keywords for solar as well. But for roofing alone, you can take a look at some of these keywords right here. Roofing Companies Phoenix has a volume of 700. That means it gets searched on Google 700 times a month on average. And all of these other ones, are getting searched many times as well. So, as you can see, there are thousands of people around the valley looking for these services online. And this is just Phoenix too. We can plug in Roofing Companies Mesa or Scottsdale, and those would have their completely own volume aside from this. So the point is, there are thousands of people searching online for services, and again, solar would have its complete own set of volume. So there's people looking for roofing, there's people looking for solar, there's people looking for your services, right? So as a business, I'm sure you can see the value of getting your website in front of those people, because that means more people getting in contact with you, and that means you guys being able to help more people and do more business. So I want to give you a few tips on how you can actually rank for some of these keywords. So the first thing I always talk about is in your content on your website, like places right here where you have writing. It's very important to go after the exact keywords that you want to rank for. So for solar, I'm sure that would be stuff like Phoenix Solar Companies, the ones we're looking at over here, Roofing Companies Phoenix, that sort of thing. You want to lace those actual words into your content. And the reason that's important is because that helps Google know if somebody's searching for those words and those words are on your site, it's probably a good match for the search, right? So that's my first content, is getting content on your site that matches keywords that you want people searching for. And generally, keywords that you want people searching for are what we call buyer intent keywords that indicate that the person searching is looking to essentially buy your service, all right? And just to demonstrate that, and again, just looking at roofers here, I know solar would have its own set of keywords and searches, and I'd be happy to look at those guys for those words for you guys upon request as well. But for roofing in particular, these are your top two competitors in terms of online presence here in the valley, or rather for Phoenix in particular. Other keywords would probably show different companies. Level 5 roofing and Lions Roofing, and these are what these guys' website looks like. If we scroll back down to here where their content starts, you see these keywords that are based on location and service: Roofing Phoenix, Roofing Companies in Phoenix, Roofing Contractors in Phoenix, and all throughout, they have more. And so you can see with that strategy, they're letting Google know, hey, if somebody searches for something to do with roofing and Phoenix, we want to be ranked for that. Lions Roofing is doing the same thing. They have roofers in Phoenix, roofing services in Phoenix, best roofers in the Phoenix area. So as you can see, this is a strategy that these guys are using, and it is letting Google know that those sites are authorities on that, right? So, and they're coming in place 1 and 2 as a result. The other side of that coin, the second tip that I want to talk about, is that aside from just getting content on your site that's relevant to searches, you need to do one other thing to make sure that Google makes your site is credible. And that is something called backlinking. So what a backlink is really it's just anywhere your site is mentioned on the internet by someone else. And what that does is Google sees, hey, if your site is being mentioned by other sites, and especially if those sites are reputable and relevant to what you do, they're going to see that, they're going to take that to mean that your site is also credible, right? So you guys currently have 687 backlinks on almost 200 referring domains. That just means like this is how many different websites there are, and this is how many references there are to you from all of those websites. So as a result, you guys are ranking for a good amount of keywords, and you're ranking for some pretty good words. Obviously, you're ranking for your company name. It's great that you're in position 1 for that. And I did see down here, you're also ranking for some of the location-based keywords that that you want to be ranking for, right? So like solar roof tiles, Arizona. That'd be a good one for you guys. American roof. Well, that's your name again. Solar roofing contractor. You guys are ranking for that. It might help to have a location tied to that though. Especially if you guys primarily work around the valley. If somebody in like, I don't know, like Florida is searching, and you guys don't service out in Florida, then that might not be super helpful to you. So maybe like a Phoenix Solar would be more helpful. I did think, yeah, here we go. I knew I saw some other location keywords for you guys. So Solar Phoenix AZ, you guys are ranking for that too. That's awesome. Solar Arizona, these are the kind of words I'm talking about when I say location. The downside is this number over here is your position or your rank, essentially. This means that you guys are on page 3 of Google for this, page 4 of Google for this. And in reality, we know that nobody really goes all the way to those back pages of Google when they search for something. Usually they're looking at the top 3 search results. So the suggestion I have for you there is to get more backlinks that highlight those particular keywords, and that will lend your site a little bit more credibility in relation to those keywords, so that when people are searching those, you're on page 1 rather than page 3. Excuse me. And just again as a comparison, this is what those same 2 competitors looked like. And again, these guys are purely roofing, so I understand it's not like a direct comparison, but they do have 1.2 thousand backlinks and almost 300 websites. So, and another thing I'm going to throw out too, not all backlinks are created equal. So you can have less backlinks than this and still be really successful, but you just have to make sure that the quality of your backlinks is really good. And that's probably what these guys are doing, because they only have 1.2 thousand backlinks on 300 referring sites, which is less than these guys, but they're still coming in the number 1 place ahead of them. So that's one other thing I wanted to mention. All right, so that's my second tip, is to get more backlinks and make sure they're good backlinks. My third tip has to do with this right here. It's called the map pack. As you'll notice, these 2 sites that rank top on the organic rankings are not in the top 3 here. And the reason for that is these are ranked based on something called citations rather than on content and backlinks like these are. Citations are just where your business name, address, and phone number are displayed together somewhere online. So as you might imagine, that's usually a business directory of sorts, like Yellow Pages or Better Business Bureau. So the strategy here, and my tip, is to go figure out where these guys have backlinks and get your business cited in that directory as well. And do that, for all these guys on the top. And then when you're done, go out and find a few that they don't have and get those too, so that you're staying ahead. So those are the 3 suggestions I have for you guys. I hope you find it useful. I'd love some feedback if you guys would give me any. And with any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me that as well. Thank you so much for your time.